Well, some new information tonight on a subject called financial infidelity, basically hiding something about money from your committed partner. And a new survey out today shows that 51% of millennials admit to lying to their current partner about financial matters. Overall, 40% of adults of any age say the very same thing. The survey goes further, finding that 1/4 of American adults say financial infidelity is actually worse than physical cheating. A lack of transparency around spending is the most common offense across all age groups. Joining us now live to talk through all of this is Ted Rossman, an industry analyst for creditcards.com. Thank you so much for being here. This is a fascinating topic. What was the number one thing that stood out to you that maybe you weren't expecting?
I think it's really interesting how many millennials are doing this. And I really think it comes back to a few key factors. I think some of it is that millennials get married later. So they're more used to managing money on their own. Those habits get entrenched. It's hard to share with somebody else. I also think it's relevant that more millennials are in two-income households than older adults. And I would also throw in that millennials are more likely to have divorced parents of their own. And I think that's factored into their own relationships. Some people keep a pot of money on the side just in case the relationship doesn't work out.
Wow. Any additional findings other than the ones that we've talked about already?
I also thought it was really interesting how 28% of US adults think that financial cheating is actually worse than physical cheating. 38% said the reverse, that physical cheating is worse, and the rest were somewhere in the middle, basically undecided. This is a big deal to people, and I really think the fix is communication. We really need to get better about talking about money. It's this great taboo, and I think that a lot of times the secret takes on a life of its own. And even if it's uncomfortable, I think we really need to make time to speak with our partner about these issues and get it out in the open before it festers and becomes something worse.
That is kind of a remarkable thing to think about, that the financial infidelity worse than the physical cheating. That's a hard sell. Hey, sorry, honey, about the neighbor, but here's my W-2. We good? Like that's a little hard to process. But it's interesting how how we're all in this country a little obsessed with money. We get it. It's important. What about a generational gap that you may have found in all of this?
It's definitely something that millennials are doing more. They're hiding more secret. So whether we're talking about secret spending, secret debt, secret bank or credit card accounts, I think a lot of millennials also feel very ashamed about the way they manage money. This was a theme that really bubbled up. So we have people feeling ashamed maybe of their student loans or the fact that they have other debt, they maybe don't make as much as they wish. We see trust issues really bubbling to the surface here. A lot of people saying that I don't trust the other person. You can't just squirrel it away. Yours, mine, and ours can work if you agree on the parameters ahead of time. So I'm not talking about a secret account, but if there's an agreed upon amount, like maybe you and your spouse each have a certain dollar amount or a certain percentage of each paycheck, you can have for your own hobbies, interests, maybe save it for a special gift, whatever it is. That sometimes eliminates the hurt feelings because you don't feel like you're subsidizing the other person, but you absolutely have to agree on the parameters. You can't just have people spending and saving willy-nilly.
And like most things in life and in relationships, it sounds like the key is some communication, some practicalities always. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring. But also, let's just talk it out and put as many cards on the table as possible.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I think that we really need to get better about communicating about these issues. I think sometimes the secret becomes worse than the act itself. Because let's say this goes on for years and then the other person finds out, and they probably will at some point, then it becomes really uncomfortable because then the other person says, well, why did you keep this from me? What else don't I know? I thought I really knew you. You don't want to go there. So I think you really want to schedule some time, do it in a very low pressure kind of way. Talk about your money thoughts and feelings and goals and really get pulling in the same direction. That's really when we're most successful, is when we're working towards goals together, not pulling against each other.
And last question before we let you go, what are some of the top excuses revealed in this study?
The biggest one that people gave was that they just wanted privacy. They wanted autonomy over their finances. I get it. That's where I think yours, mine, and ours can work. But again, you've got to agree upon those parameters. You have to know what's going where. So if you agree on that, I think that works for a lot of couples. We also found the second most common answer was, it just never came up. And I think that's kind of a lame excuse that, oh, hey, honey, my secret account never came up. That's why it's a secret. So we've got to talk about these things. We also found issues about shame, trust. Sometimes addiction factors into this too, and sometimes that's why people are siphoning off funds, whether it's drugs or gambling or whatever it may be. In the end, we've got to talk about things. Your spouse should be probably the closest person in the world to you. So we've really got to work together on these important money and life issues.
Well, Ted, thank you so much for all this. This is fascinating stuff and really interesting, particularly as we get closer to tax time. So thanks so much for your advice. We certainly appreciate you being with us here on News Nation.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Have a good night.